Alright, in this video I will talk about API versioning and HATEOS implementation, both at once. Okay, so I will choose this get mapping for API versioning. So let's make this get mapping as add an argument with producers here, and I will add application slash bnd and dot students dot api, right, dot v1 plus json. So this is, in this you are just returning your list of students, right? So this is your normal get API. You can think of this as here you are achieving level 2 literacy maturity level. We will achieve level 3 literacy maturity level with the HATEOS implementation. I will write the same API here, right? But I will change the method name to v2, and then consumes also to produce also to v2, and then I need to change some things here, like first let me add student list students find all. We got list here. Then before this we need to change our student object here. Our student object needs to extend to a representation, right? Extends to representation model, and the model will be student, right? And we go back to our controller. In the controller we loop through this student list and go on adding the adding the links to the students, each of the students object. And then so let me add for students. Yeah, this returns me here. Alright, we are getting the response as response entity from the service implementation, so we just change it to response here, and then we just get the response dot get body. So this is our list here. Okay, and then we modify each of the students here. We create let's create first link, that is self link, and add it to student. Okay, and then student object and link self link to. Okay, for link to you need to import a static method, and then let's do the import static org dot spring framework dot HATEOS dot HATEOS dot server dot MVC dot web MVC link filter dot link to. Yeah, so now here we add it, we call the link to method, and then we directly add controller student controller dot class student controller class, and then dot this is for self links. Alright, so here we add self link slash student dot get id is here, then dot with self relation. Okay? So we created a link here, and then we add student dot we add a self link, and similarly we create one more link that is find by id, find by name. So in this we create find by name link, and here let's get a link object find by name link, and then again link to here we call method on, right? Method on. So method, right, we call the method on. So we need to import this also. So instead of we can directly do star here, so we just call method on of which controller? Method on of student controller. Okay, dot class. All right, student controller dot class, and then dot in this what method we have find by first name method, and in this first name method what is the argument that is going path variable that's going is student dot get first name. All right, and then go student dot get first name, and then we add with relation to let's add the method name itself find by first name, right? So we got another link here, and we will add this link to the student object also. Student dot add of find by name link. Okay, find by name link. Now, and finally we added two of the links to our student object, and then now we will finally call the link. We will add new link equals link to student controller dot class, right? And then with self ref. Then here we have collection model, and the type is student, and result, right? Result, let's take the result to collection model. Collection model dot of the get response dot get body comma link for this link, right? And then we return the result, right? So let's change the response type, change the method return type, collection model student. So we have two API versions here, right? So first API version was giving you simple level 3 HSL maturity response, and then here we have level 4 HSL maturity response with HATEOS links, all like response with links in it. Now let's run this and check out the response. I go to Postman again, close all tabs. Let's add a student here, because there is no student here at the start. So we got one student in this, and let me try to get students. Yeah, we got student here. So this is your normal student here. If you don't provide any accept, it will call you, it will get the first registered controller method, okay? And then now let's try with application. Yeah, see, application VNDI API. So let's copy this accept, and if we call this, we get the same response. But if we try to get the V2 version response, let's try this. See, we got the HATEOS response here. We have links here. So this was the API call, and then we had content here. So each content, in the content we have multiple students. So since we had only single student, let me try to add one more student here. Let me try to add twice. Right, when I try to get this again, see, we got two students here, one student and second student, and this is the self link. If you go to this, you will get the response for one, and if you go to this search using, you can search the same resource with ID 1 using this name, right? If I do a search, see, I got for one again, right? And then similarly for 2, if you try to search by first name twice, you got another resource. So this is where is it? Yeah, I forgot to save. Students, and then in the header we had accept header, right? Accept header and application. Let's save this. You can see that this response in itself is like a documentation. When you use HATEOS responses, what happens is you won't be needing much of API documentation. People will understand it automatically. So way to navigate for a response, for a way to navigate for a resource, to get the resource, etc. And then after this, yeah, and similarly the API versioning, you can see that for the same API, we just by changing the header, we got two different responses. One was normal response with list of user JSON, and one was response with the HATEOS response, list of users with the HATEOS response. Okay, this is how you implement your HATEOS in Spring REST API.